Death, they say, is inevitable and scary. But for most people, the fear of aging and approaching the end of the life cycle is just as bad. However, for the people of Okinawa, the southwestern tip of the Japanese archipelago, this isn't the case. Rather than bothering their minds about these worries, they've found they get the best out of their body regardless of their age. And that explains why this tranquil region is home to some of the world's longest-lived people. Join in today's video as we explore the secrets behind the longevity of Okinawans. An average American needs approximately $13,000 on healthcare every year, and you can imagine that some part of this money is dedicated to things like healthy diets, gym membership, supplements, and all the things that are supposed to guarantee longevity. But despite this massive investment, the life expectancy rate in the US has continued to decline at an alarming rate. As of April 2023, Harvard School of Public Health confirmed that US life expectancy has declined to 76.4 years, the lowest recorded figure in nearly 2 decades. Unfortunately, the situation isn't much better in other countries. 2/3 of the 8 billion plus people that exist on Earth could possibly die prematurely of a disease that could have been avoided. So what exactly are we doing wrong? As humans, we tend to invest too much time and resources trying to avoid death that we sometimes forget how to live, let alone live healthy like the people of Okinawa in Japan, who have mastered the art of living healthy without even trying. Nicknamed the Land of Immortals, Okinawa has produced more centenarians than anywhere else in the world. This serene island has the longest-lived population in human history. Okinawa has at least 68 centenarians per 100,000 people. In comparison, the US has only 20 centenarians per 100,000 people. The amazing thing about the centenarians in Okinawa is their old age. They're significantly more active than their peers from other parts of the world. Take, for example, Umedo Yamashiro, a 101-year-old grandmother who still has the strength to stand on her feet and to throw quoits. For Umedo Yamashiro, the secret to her longevity is to always have fun, laugh, forgive, and not get angry. Not only does Umedo Yamashiro have the presence of mind to hold a proper conversation, but also the cognitive ability to play the instrument and sing along without missing a single note. This right there is what most centenarians in other parts of the world are missing. But beyond being happy, laughing, and not getting angry, what exactly is fueling the youthfulness of people like Umedo Yamashiro in Okinawa? Perhaps it could be their lifestyle, or maybe it's their food. Before we delve into the next phase, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our Health Rules channel to watch more interesting videos like this one. A chart of the average Okinawan diet shows that beni imo, otherwise known as purple sweet potatoes, make up 69% of their caloric intake. On the surface, it's quite easy to see why the Okinawans seem to love beni imo, and it has nothing to do with nutrition. You see, over the years, the island is known to be vulnerable to typhoons, and beni imo is one crop that's typhoon-proof. So, it would appear that the love Okinawans have for beni imo is born out of their quest to survive. But on a second thought, these sweet potatoes are not just a survival meal. They're filled with complex carbohydrates, fiber, and 150% more active antioxidants than blueberries. So, maybe this is it after all. Maybe this is the secret behind the longevity of Okinawans that they've been hiding from the rest of the world all these years. Well, Yuki Miyaguni, a Japanese traditional diet expert, disagrees. According to Miyaguni, the longevity of the Okinawans cannot be attributed to one particular food, because literally every traditional Okinawan food has its own potent medicinal powers. For instance, locals use mulberry leaves to treat sore throats, squid ink soup to detoxify the body, and as seaweed to extract heat from the body. Furthermore, the Okinawans have mugwort, which is a flowering plant that is used to solve digestive problems, irregular menstruation, high blood pressure, and inflammatory issues. There's also goya, which helps to lower the sugar level in the body. And perhaps more importantly, they've got tofu, a low-cholesterol bread made from soya curds, and offers a series of health benefits, including reducing the risk of heart diseases and the progression of some cancers. Now that we know the foods that fuel the longevity of the Okinawans, the next question to ask is how much of these foods do they actually consume? The recommended calorie consumption for an average American is around 2,000 calories per day. But statistics show that Americans actually consume about 3,600 calories per day. That's about 1,600 calories more than the recommended figure. The Okinawans, on the other hand, eat about 2,000 calories per day. One of the reasons why this is the case is because Okinawans eat nutritionally dense food that don't contain as much calories as the foods available in America. Another reason is because Okinawans have this tradition where they intone 3 words hara hachi bu before eating, which translates to 8 out of 10. Basically, this serves as a reminder for them to stop eating once they're 80% full. And this means most Okinawans don't get to suffer from obesity, hence increasing their chances to live long. But in Okinawa, it's not enough to live long. The goal for these immortals is to live long and stay vital. And that's why someone like Harumasa Makaru, an 87-year-old craftsman, is still able to do several complex physical activities without any problem. As a traditional community, most people in Okinawa do not use real furniture like the modern houses in New York and Los Angeles. Call them archaic if you want, but the lack of furniture means most aged people in Okinawa have to sit and stand at intervals, which over time acts as exercise and strengthens their lower body. Additionally, most old people in Okinawa own gardens that they work on every day. This is another low-intensity physical activity that counts as exercise, because it strengthens the lower body and improves balance. While these things might not seem like a big deal, one of the top 10 reasons older people die in America is because they fall, and that's because they have weak lower bodies and bad balance, a predicament that's caused by constant sitting. Beyond everything we've spoken about so far, another reason why people tend to live longer in Okinawa is moai. Essentially, media is a support group that is formed to provide social, financial, health, and spiritual interest support to members. Occasionally, members of a moai group will meet to discuss issues and perform different social and interactive activities like singing and dancing, which helps to prevent loneliness and keep their minds active. What most old adults experience in the United States is the direct opposite of this. As a matter of fact, empirical evidence shows that the United States has a loneliness epidemic. People are increasingly isolated and losing natural human connection more than ever. According to reports, loneliness can shorten a person's life by as much as 15 years. That's 15 years that no amount of money, drug, supplement, or workout can replace. But in Okinawa, old adults are gaining that 15 years on the rest of us without even trying. Another concept that fuels the longevity of the Okinawans is a concept known as ikigai. Essentially, ikigai is one of the basic health and wellness principles of traditional Japanese medicine. The term itself was invented during the Heian period between 794 to 1185 and translates as a reason for living. The whole concept of the practice of ikigai works as a cognitive behavioral therapy that involves humans pursuing activities that produce enjoyment and a sense of mastery as a means to alleviate depressive disorder. In the West, most people pursue such activities during their youthful days. But as they grow older, they tend to withdraw from these activities and become technically dormant. The reverse is, however, the case in Okinawa. Rather than slow down like their mates in the West, the people of Okinawa continue to engage in activities that keep their mind sharp and body vibrant, up till the very end of their life cycle. And at the end of the day, these little things are what makes the biggest difference when it comes to aging and longevity. So there you have it. With the secrets we've revealed in this video, you too can live as long as the centenarians in Okinawa. However, please note that everything mentioned in this video is for educational and information purposes only and should not be viewed or taken as medical advice. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.